long. The one for girls move a little bit slowly,
but they are stronger.
They last for a longer period of time. So, for example, if a woman meets with a man at a time when she already has ovulated, that is, the egg is already released and it's already there. It's like a target waiting. By logic, you will imagine that the one of the boy will meet first, will reach there first, as you can imagine. Yes, so that's why meeting after ovulation has occurred increases the chance of getting a
baby boy.
Yes.
I think we need time to educate everybody
and
about that.
It is a chance, not like absolute, but that is the truth.
Okay.
And then on the other side, meeting before ovulation has a higher chance of getting a girl, because by the time the egg comes, those of the boy would have vanished. They will be tired, and the ones of the girl will be the one.
Okay.
So this is really the science behind that. But again, I want to emphasize it is the chance.
It is a chance.
It is a chance. Yeah.
Can there be some treatment
to enhance,
to balance the hormones? Yes, one for the boy, one for the girl.
Unfortunately, at that level, no. But through IVF, we are able to do what we call sex selection. At some point, we will discuss how that is done. Yes. Okay. So we will be able to explain. And in the IVF program, what we call IVF with the sex selection program, we are able to determine who gets which sex. Okay. It's a little costly, but it's something, and it's absolutely like 100% that the sex will be that. Yes. So that's how far science has gone.
It's okay. It's still Medical Minds, and it's Bethany TV. Dr. Ndabat is trying to give us answers to all our questions, especially those who asked all these questions last week and we were unable to attend to you. Rita, I think you've got your answer. Please try to also seek some medical guidance from professionals. You never know, you can have your chance. Doctor, we still have another question that this, I think she didn't, gift from Mukono said she treated PID, but it's now 5 months. Still, she has failed to conceive. What could it be?
Yeah, so PID is a pelvic inflammatory disease. It's usually a form of infection in the pelvis, and that's where the reproductive organs are. One of those of worry is the tube. So infections may be healed, but the scarring around the tube may continue. So if the tube is involved in a scar and it's blocked, chances are that conception will be disturbed. So delaying to conceive after treatment of PID may be an indication there could be issue with the tube, and so she needs an evaluation of all those. Okay. Yes.
I think this is almost all the same. She's still saying, hi, I'm Faith. I did HSG and it was normal, and also my hormones were normal, but what could be the problem with me? I failed to conceive. It's 2.5 years. I think it's still related to...
it's a little bit different, that question, and it's a very important question, because here, to start with, to get a pregnancy, it is a action of both sides, the man and the woman. About 4 things are needed. 1, you need eggs from the woman. From the man, you need sperms, because the sperm and the egg meet to make a baby. The third thing is the tube, because they meet in the tube. The sperm and the egg meet in the tube. Okay. So the tube must be okay. This is the third thing. Eventually, the baby grows in the womb, so the womb must be fine. So in the investigation, they have evaluated the hormones, which are said to be normal. Probably that means the eggs are fine. She's ovulating, but also she has tested her tubes. Her tubes are okay. So we need to know. She needs to know about the womb, and we need to know about the man. And it is important for people to know that actually, in 30% of our cases, the problem we see is in the man. The problem is in the man. Yes, so she needs to go further and have further evaluation of those factors, like the man's side of the sperm, and then also to evaluate her womb. But she needs the guidance of a doctor.
Thinking it's her.
Yes, when it's the man. Yeah.
Because oftentimes most men don't take that responsibility. They think it is the mother who is infertile.
And it's not correct, because Even then, people need to approach this issue of fertility with an open mind, because it could be either. And people need to know that fertility is a function of both. But also, the available tests sometimes show that everything is normal. Even on the man's side, it is still normal, and still you can't conceive. Sure. There are those cases which are classified as unexplained. The good news is that in most of them, management is a bit simple, and people can conceive within a certain period of time.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Yep. Doctor, we talked about estrogen some minutes back, and we had not illustrated it. If we look keenly at this illustration,
so I in this illustration here, we want to emphasize the importance of the issue in terms of the reproductive life of the woman.
Okay.
Yes, here we are giving an illustration of how the estrogen levels vary as the woman ages.
Okay.
Yes. For example, when she's just around 20 years, you find the estrogen levels probably can give an illustration around here. It keeps on going up. Around 30, it's really a lot of it. You know, at every stage of the cycle, you find the estrogen shoots higher up. Then that starts dropping, you know.
So the more you age,
the more you grow, because from around, it could be probably a little bit earlier, yes, but there's a time when the estrogens are at the peak in terms of if you test the estrogen at any stage in the cycle, yes. But then beyond 40, 50, this could be shifted in our population to a little bit earlier. And by 70 and 80, you are really having very little of the estrogen. And that's why the periods disappear, and that's why the woman gets into menopause.
Okay.
Yes.
Because of the levels of the estrogen dropping down completely.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for that beautiful illustration. You can now be part of the show by dialing 0786 050 762. It's Bethany TV, and we're still talking about hormones in both men and women. We have another question here, Doctor, we didn't attend to. He's saying, good evening, doctor. I had laparoscopic surgery in August due to cyst that was in my right endometrium. But since then, the fallopian tube had so much, especially towards and within my periods. Doctor, kindly advise. She's Susan.
Yeah, so Susan had a laparoscopic surgery for a cyst, which I think must be maybe in an ovary.
Okay.
Yeah, cysts are swellings in the ovary. Now, the cysts, first of all, the condition which causes the cyst may be having an additional complication.
Okay.
For example, endometriosis is one of the causes of cysts in the ovary. It will have other complications related, maybe like to the tubes, or the surgery itself for this cyst could have had a complication as well, or its recovery could have had an issue. So she needs a further evaluation, especially of her tubes, but also of her hormones as well, because sometimes when they are removing the cyst, often actually when you are removing a cyst from the ovary, you lose some ovarian tissue, and if you are only relying on one ovary, and then you could go into a situation where your eggs are not enough and you get issues with conceiving.
Okay.
So she needs evaluation and probably of the hormones and her tubes. Yep.
Thank you so much, Susan. Our doctor was able to explain to you. I think you need to take further steps and seek medical guidance. We have another question coming in from Maria. She's saying, hello doctor, this is Maria. I am a sickler, and sometimes I miss my periods, and I thought it was the drugs I take causing that. Could it be hormonal imbalance or the drugs? Before you answer, doctor, there's someone calling online. Bethany TV, hello. Kale mama, nawe jebaleko. Bakuyitane mama?
Bamta Lilian.
Lilian wanje mama.
Embadde mbuuza kiki ekireetera abantu cramps obaluma nga balala tezibaluma.
Ulcers? Cramps. Okay. Kale Lilian neyanziga omusawo agenda kuddamu. Lilian is saying, why do others have cramps and other women don't experience that?
Okay. Yeah, so cramps are some form of painful period. Okay. It's a form of painful period, and there are different causes of that.
Okay.
Sometimes it's because of some mass within the womb, maybe a fibroid is hanging there and the womb is trying to squeeze it out, and then that causes cramps. In some people, the reason is related to some local hormones within the ovary, within the womb. We call them prostaglandins. If their levels are too high in some people, then they get painful periods as well.
Okay, sorry about that. Lillian, I think you've had whatever